Howdy ho YouTubers, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video I'm in a different swim again. For this one we've come round onto the island swim. This swim acts as a double swim. It's split into two sections. It gives the ability for it to be fished as two singles or as a pair if you wanted to. It does command quite a lot of water in here, hence why it's split up into two swims. This area of the lake is the deepest part of the lake. It runs from 2 foot at its shallowest and it runs 14 foot to its deepest. It's not consistent in here, it's kind of shaped like a bowl. That being said, because of the water depth in here, it is quite renowned for producing some good fish. So I'm down here for 3 nights, so we're going to be doing 72 hours. The weather may be set up against me a little bit. It's due to be quite high pressure and the temperatures are going to get up. Fish haven't spawned in here yet, so if I do start to see any kind of spawning or anything like that, I'll be cutting the session short and leaving them to it. Now, no, there hasn't been any real signs, though I am expecting it quite soon. For this session, I'm going to be using the bait boat. I'm going to be going back to what I originally used. That just consists of a little bit of flaked maize, soaked in salmon oil, a little bit of pellet to complement it, and a solid bag. I'm going to be fishing 2 different types of depth for this session. I'm going to be using 2 rods. I'm going to be fishing one in water of about 10 foot and the other one I'm going to be putting onto the far bank, right on the dam wall, right in sort of around the 3 foot area. So let's get this one underway, see how many fish we can have in this session. Right, well, it's taken a couple of hours to get a fish out, but eventually we have. Off of the dam wall, this one, in the sort of shallow water of around 3 foot. It's very lively. Very active at the moment. Let's bring that one up. There we go. 16 pound that one. Lovely little fish. I'll show you the other side quickly. You can imagine that this one would have been around 10 pound when he went in. Have a go at that. Lovely little fish. Right, time to get this one back, get the rod back out and see if we can have another one. So I'm pretty convinced that in this video there's going to be people saying to me, why the hell have you got a rod in 10 foot of water in this weather? Well, the reason for that is because you always keep your options open for every situation. You can see here, there's quite a lot of bubbles going on. That is the rod that's out at about 10 foot of water. So they do get down there. And I'm fully expecting that rod to go at some point, but it just goes to show you that you should always keep your options open for any situation. Right then, we just had another one. Again, a few hours ago since the last one. This is one of the nicer ones. Love this one. Nice and scaly. Have a go at that. 24 pound. Looking very healthy. Yeah, cool fish. I'll show you the other side. Have a go at that. Lovely fish, this one. Right, I'm going to get this one straight back because I don't want her out of the water for too long. But cool. Right, just coming on for 8 o'clock in the evening now. It's been a reasonably difficult day. The sun's been out pretty much most of the day and the temperatures have been red hot. I've literally just redone the rods for the night and we'll see what happens going into the evening. I'm a little bit more confident that things will happen during the night as opposed to the day at the moment, purely down to the weather situation, but time will tell. Well, good morning. Last night was relatively uneventful until about a minute ago. It's now about 9 o'clock in the morning, but unfortunately it come off. So the rod's just over there. Going to be redoing both of them in a minute and seeing how today goes. But yeah, I was quite surprised at how quiet it was last night. Did hear a hell of a lot of fish around, but unfortunately no runs. Just the one this morning, and as I say, come off. So we'll redo these rods and we'll see how it goes. Right, it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon now. Rods have been out for a couple of hours. I've just noticed this big slick of water. That's the oil coming off of the maize in the pellet. So there's something digging around down there to cause that. Well, we saw that yesterday with the bubbles. You don't really see it when it's flat calm, but when the wind gets up, you do get this effect. It was just kind of like an oil slick. So hopefully today that rod will go. Right, well, it's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon now, and it has taken again quite a while to get a bite, which is not surprising in this kind of weather, to be fair. This fish is universally known as the tab hole, purely because it's lack of scales. It's not a leather, it's got a couple of scales on it, but generally 0. So we nicknamed it the tab hole. Quite a nice fish though, good size, 18 pound, looking nice and healthy. Well, a little bit more time has passed, but I have had another one, only a little one this one of the little stockies that we'll put in. It's about 10-12 pound this one, but imagine what that one's going to look like when he's older. Definitely one for the future, that one. Nice and scaly. I'll show you the other side. Got a really nice scale pattern on this side. That little line of scales just below its top line. Really nice. Right, I'm going to get this one back in. Get them growing. Last one before dark, I reckon. So there ends another day session. Another 2 fish out during the day. Not too bad. To be honest, I was expecting the fish to come during the hours of darkness, but at the moment it turns out that they're coming throughout the day. That last fish finally was on my rod that was in the deeper water. It's taken quite a while for that one to come into play, but eventually it has. So to my surprise, we haven't had a fish during the night yet. So we'll see what happens during tonight and see if we can have one during the hours of darkness as well as the day. Good morning. Well, I will give you my full disclosure. This session is not working out as I envisioned it. My thinking at the start of this one, because of the hot weather, was going to be we were going to have a lot of fish during the night and probably nothing during the day. However, so far it's been the opposite. Once again, 0 on the rods last night. However, I did hear a few here and there boshing around. Well, today's probably going to be a really difficult day because the temperature is well up into the 20s now. The sun is out without a cloud in the sky, and we've got an easterly breeze to complement that. The only good thing about the easterly breeze at the moment is it's actually keeping me quite cool. The rods have been redone this morning, so we'll see what happens during the day today. Well, what to say about today? Let me think. Absolutely nothing. Nothing has happened all day. It's been really, really quiet, but it's been really, really hot. We've had a stiff easterly breeze and not much to show for our efforts. One more night left. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this will be the night we get one. Though, as I've said for the last 2 nights, it's yet to be seen. Well, well, well. Just when you think it's all over. Literally just had one. I can't believe this actually. It has taken all day, to be fair. We're at about 9 o'clock at night now, something like that. But I just have had this one. 19 pound, 9, 10-ish. But yeah, look at that. Lovely linear. One cool fish, that. That has been a very, very hard day. There we go. Look at that. Proper carp. Right, I'm getting this one back because I don't like having them out in hot weather too much. Right, another one just before it gets dark. This has happened every day. Like catching them just before dark. But this is a special one. Haven't seen this fish for about 2 years now. So it's good to see it. Definitely a lot bigger than what he went in. He went in at about £10 this one. Really pretty though. It's a really fat one. Look at that. It's about £15–16. Lovely fish though. As I say, haven't seen it for a very long time. Doesn't get caught a lot, but when she does, it's nice to see her. The other side. Beauty. Right, gonna get her back. See you in another 2 years. Well, once again, it is the morning after the night before. Unfortunately, once again, nothing on the rods last night. It's now time for me to pack up and go back to the real world. The next session I do down here will be another swim. I think next time round we'll do one of the car park swims. Hope you all got something out of the video and enjoyed it. Tight lines, thanks for watching.